I'm Matthew Smith. I'm a news reporter and anchor here at Fox 13 News. Here are 13 things you may not know about me. I have a pretty new family. My wife and I got married during the pandemic and we started fostering my son, who we recently adopted. So, family of three. I, once upon a time, was dabbling in competitive eating. I was the burrito eating champion of the state of West Virginia at one point in my life, and I once went up against a professional eater for an enchilada contest. And I think I ate 4 or 5 pounds of enchilada before I looked over and realized he was probably beating me 2-1, and then I realized I was done competitive eating. I did come out of retirement for a hot dog eating contest, and I won second place. I have 2 cats. One is named Moo and the other is named Paws. They were both rescues. My happy place is the outdoors. I absolutely love kayaking. My wife and I have done that a lot throughout Western Washington. I also love to be on hiking trails. So if you're not seeing me on television, there's a good chance I'm somewhere outside. Journalism has been a part of my life for more than half my life at this point. I started in a newsroom when I was 17 years old. In fact, I even started before that by anchoring my local high school news station. I really love reading, but ironically, I hated school so much that I tried to get done early. So I actually ended up getting my 4-year degree in 2.5 years by going to spring and summer classes, interning, and doing anything I could so that I could just be done with that part of my life. I am terrible at punctuation, despite the fact that I work in news. In fact, I have 2 brothers that used to write for newspapers. One is still in journalism, and we always joke around that I'm so bad at punctuation that that's why I ended up on TV instead of writing for a newspaper. I am obsessed with sports, watch them 24/7 whenever I get the chance. However, when I was growing up, my parents always thought that I'd get injured, so I convinced them to let me play lacrosse because they had never seen it before. And 2 years later, I broke my collarbone and never ended up playing again. I really, really love music. I'm a big fan of all sorts of music except for country. I do not listen to country. I used to play guitar, I used to play drums. I can still play a little, but these days I'm more of a listener and I have a vinyl collection. Favorite movie? I don't think I can narrow it down to just one movie, but gun to my head, I would say Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, mostly because I think Bill Murray is hilarious. Bucket list items, almost all of them would have to do with being somewhere outdoors in a fun place, but I really, really, really want to go to Patagonia. I have 3 older brothers, but I never had a younger brother, so I treat one of our producers here at Fox 13 like my younger brother. And I think it freaks people out because everyone thinks we're fighting constantly, but it's really like a very loving relationship with my BFF, Mitchell. I'm Matthew Smith, and that was 13 Things About Me.